I thought our effort was a lot better. I think we've improved a lot over the 3 days we've been here. I mean, that's what we're trying to do is get better. So, if it took a loss to Stanford to get the guys where they needed to be, then that's what it took. So, there's 3 teams left this deal, 2-1. We're one of the 3. I think we played really good basketball the last 2 nights. I think we got better every single game out. Tonight it didn't start out great, but they had some tough shots. Our guys just stayed the course after going down 8-zip. I think we went on a 17-3 run, never gave up the lead from there. So this is a strong, tough. Coach Cooley does a great job. I've known him for a while. He recruited my kids when I was at Romulus. His teams always are hard playing, tough teams. And I told our guys, we're going to have to out-rebound them. We can't get out-rebounded like we did the last 2 nights. And they answered the bell. We out-rebounded them 48-28. So I thought our guys stepped up in areas they need to step up in. We had 5 guys in double figures, pretty balanced. It's Petty's birthday today. He led us in scoring with 16, but we had 2 other guys with 15. I think Primo's getting more and more comfortable in the offense, more and more comfortable playing high-level basketball. His shooting 3 of 6 back-to-back games. I really 8 for 12 as a team in the second half. So, it's going to win us a lot of games. So maybe it was first game jitters. I don't know what it was against Stanford, but we didn't quite play as hard as we needed to, and we didn't shoot as well as we need to. But we're starting to click, I think, now.
Thank you, Coach. We'll go ahead and take a question for either Herb Jones or Coach Oats at this time. We'll start with Tony Sukalis.
Yeah, Nate, can you talk about Herb's as an offensive player? We've really kind of seen him kind of add that to his game this season.
Yeah, I mean, he went 1 for 1 at the line. He's 2-2 or from the 3-point line, 2 for 2 at the free throw line. He spent a ton of time in the gym all off season. I've been telling you guys all fall that he's really trying to be a pro, and I think he starts hitting jumpers like he's hitting them right now, and he's playing a lot of point guard. When Quinterly comes out, Herb's our point. He's a 6'8" point guard that can handle the ball. We'll get the turnovers cleaned up here, but he had 5 assists, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. He's going to get a triple-double this year. I mean, he's been playing as good as anybody on our team through the first 3 months of practice here. So really happy to see the shots go down for him, see the hard work pay off.
Next question goes to Tyler Martin.
Yeah, this is for Herb. Herb, just, kind of talk about your performance tonight, and then, too, what did you learn about your teammates over these 3 days, able to overcome what happened Monday night and then capitalize against UNLV Tuesday night and to come out and perform like that tonight?
Well, tonight, I came out, and I just let the game come to me. I didn't try to force anything. I think I tried to force a lot the first game, and I came out and just played basketball the way I know how. And, over this 3-day span, my teammates, I just seen them respond to whatever coach needed us to do. Like after the first game, he challenged us to be tougher and play harder, and that's what we all came out and did.
Let's go to Mike Rhoda. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, for Nate, you mentioned the 15 points there from Primo. When you go back to the summer when he first got here, just how much did you anticipate that sort of contribution or impact in the sort of minutes that he's gotten?
You know what? I don't – I thought he was good. I mean, he came in. I thought he was really good early in the summer. He had an injury with his hip that kind of sidelined him for a month and a half, and I think he's been trying to recover from that. I think he's finally getting back to full speed because I thought he was really good in the summer. So I'm not surprised by it at all. He's a good shooter. He's 6'6". He plays hard. He's tough. He's physical. He can rebound it. So he's giving us really good minutes off the bench. And I've told our guys we probably have 7 or 8 starters. I mean, you look at Rojas and Primo and Alex Reese. I thought Reese was great tonight. Came in, not just making shots. That doesn't concern me as much with him. I know he's going to make some shots and miss some shots other games. It was his defense. I thought he did as good a job as anybody on our team. I thought he did the best job on Nate Watson to the point where, they took him out of the game and didn't put him back in with 10 minutes to go. He only had 4 fouls. He didn't foul out, and he was a load to handle. We were really worried about him. In the first half, I think he had 13 points in 8 minutes. Well, he into the game with 4 points in the second half. So I thought a lot of that was due to Alex Reese's defense on him in the second half.
Go with Steve Moulton next.
Coach, after the first game, you mentioned effort there in particular. And here, the last 2 games, how would you kind of grade the effort that your team showed the last 2 games, Coach?
Yeah, much, much better. We we've always charted blue collar points. This year we started charting blue collar points for us and the opponent to make sure, we've significantly outscored the opponent in blue collar points, both of these last two games. So really happy with it. Herb got the hard hat both these last two games. He's kind of all over the place with deflections and blocks and rebounds and steals. But, the whole team as a whole, I think even I love Juwan Gary's block at the end. And we have a turnover. He chases the kid down. They ended up calling it a goaltend. But the effort that he gave, that makes me want to play him more. And, it shows, I think he's recovered fairly well from the knee. That's the kind of player we want out there that's going to play hard, give an effort, no matter how much we're up or down. Even the Stanford game, I thought we still competed at the end when we were down a lot, and they had hit some tough shots. So I like where our group's at right now.
Next question goes to Aaron Beard of the Associated Press.
Hey, Nate, I did want to ask you, now that you've had a couple games with no fans in the stands, this different environment, cutouts, crowd noise, all of it, has it caused you to change anything in your approach on the sideline during a game and how you manage players with energy and so forth?
You know what? I just think it's even more important that our bench is really into it to kind of create some energy during the games. We haven't changed a whole lot. It's easier to pick up play calls. We've got couple hundred plays, so whatever, they can pick up some of our calls if they want. They'll have a hard time sorting through them all. But some of the teams that run like a dozen sets, we're able to pick those up pretty quick and sit on them. So it's a little easier with the noise. It's easier for me to get the plays called. But as far as playing energy and stuff, if you're a player, you're going to play. Should we watch the NBA playoffs? Those guys that are making a lot of money played hard with nobody in the stands. So if nobody's in the stands, we're still going to bring it. The energy's got to be a little bit more from the bench than maybe it typically would have been.
We got time for a couple more questions. Let's start with Steve.
Herb, if you could speak to the communication of this team. Coach mentioned it last night that you guys were talking at halftime and really came out in the second half with a lot of steam in the win over UNLV. It felt like, again, the second half, the first 5-6 minutes, you guys picked up some steam. So tell me about the communication that you guys do during halftime.
We just talk about not going back to what we used to do last year. I think we used to come out in the second half kind of sluggish last year, and we kind of preached that to the younger guys and the new guys that's on the team, that the first 4 minutes or the first 6 minutes of the first half are the most important, and it sets the tone. So at halftime, we just tell them to come out with as much energy as we came out with at the beginning of the game.
Any other questions? Looks like Steve, you got a follow-up here. Go ahead.
I do. For Coach, what do you think you learned most about your team in this 3-day, playing 3 days in a row, about your team?
How hard you have to play, how hard it is to get a win in high major basketball, and the attention to detail that it takes to get a win. You let up for 1/2 second on the defensive end, you give up a three. You do that 3-4 times, you give up the threes we gave up to Stanford, and you put the game out of reach. So I think our guys, we practice hard, but games are different in practice. There's a level that you got to bring to a game to win at this level, and I didn't think we had it. And I think we do have it now. I think we've grown a lot in that area in the last 3 days, and if it took a loss to Stanford to get us to where we need to be, then that's what it is. But I think we got a really good team. I'm looking forward to what we do against Clemson. And what do we got? About 10 days. We're against Clemson, I think.
Any other questions for either Herb or Coach? All right. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.